Hamill as Luke Skywalker. Harrison Ford as Han Solo. Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia.
Welcome back. Look at this. This looks like Darth Vader's helmet.
It does.
Kind of.
This is his little mouthy part.
But his eyes are kind of wonky.
Oh, yeah.
Luke, I'm your uncle.
It's like what a 4-year-old would make out of building blocks.
Yep.
Garth Blader. Garth Bladder.
Garth Bladder?
Well, those aren't windows. They're just lights. It's like a light room.
Yeah, they're little shields. I don't know what it is. I think it's just light. Huh.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Quicker than a ray of light.
This room, yeah, we're cleared out here. Let's go to the next area. Energy cells.
You just remind me.
Sure.
That's Madonna.
I know.
Did you watch the new movie Eurovision?
No,
on
I haven't
Netflix?
yet. Will Ferrell.
It's actually not that bad if you watch it as like what it's supposed to be. It's just like a silly rom-com with music.
Yeah,
it's kind of like Grease.
Yeah,
but
so I heard is like it's not bad if you just just have don't try to take it as something other than what it is.
The music is awesome in it though.
Yeah, I watched. I think I watched a clip with one of the songs in it.
Volcano Man and Ya Ya Ding Dong. The funniest shit I've ever heard. Ya Ding Dong Ding Dong.
It's
fucking my heritage, dude. It's our heritage.
It's our heritage, dude. The song, the video, I think it was just a trailer maybe. I don't know if it was a scene. But the song was like a bunch of different ones. It was like Will Ferrell was with this one lady, and then What's Her Fuck was with this other dude.
Rachel McAdams?
Yeah, and of course they pump into fucking ABBA, which is the greatest success story of Eurovision.
Of the
Euro.
Norsk. The
Yeah.
Norsk people.
Well, yeah, but Eurovision in general, they're the only ones that became like huge
And
lasted.
they did a scene where they played Waterloo at the beginning, and that is the inciting incident for Will Ferrell's character to start making music because he loves ABBA.
Yeah, that's the song that they used in Eurovision. Was Waterloo. And then it had that one dude from Eurovision that plays violin and shit.
Yep.
That dude.
There's constantly subtle nods to all these Eurovision stars in the movie, and they show up.
You could tell when they're like doing those scenes, that song or the musical section that I saw, that like certain people were like, I don't know these people, but they're focused on them, and they're like,
Looking
I
at
can
the
hear them
camera?
singing and shit. Those must be actual Eurovision people.
Yep.
The only one I recognized, like I said, was the
Violin
the
guy?
pretty violin guy.
Yep.
I forget. There was one of his music videos that's just hilarious because it's so just cheesy.
And a lot of them, I think, came off as cheesy because Eurovision, I guess, you have to sing in English.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
because it has to be something that the entirety of Europe can consume, right?
yeah.
And the only thing that they have in
Which is
common is
awesome.
a lot of them can also speak English.
Yeah,
You what
I
mean?
know. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah.
In the movie, though, they have a lot of good musical numbers, but they did a sing-along melody thing where they did Quicker Than a Ray of Light. They
Yeah,
did.
that's the one I saw. That's why it popped in my head.
Because they did that, and they did a medley of like.
Quicker Than a Ray
'Cause
of
I'm
Light was in
happy.
there. There's ABBA was in there too. There's a couple other ones that I actually recognized.
Right, but like during the medley, did you pick out on all these other Eurovision people that started singing? There was somebody from, I think.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is in that scene, I could tell that they must be Eurovision people because they focused the camera on them for a second. And you can actually hear their voices.
Okay.
Which they wouldn't do unless it was like
'Cause in the
somebody
movie-
of importance.
In the movie, they all get their individual introduction scene.
Yeah.
So when somebody's singing a really high pitched part of a song.
Yeah.
The camera's just revolving around them, and they're just looking right at the camera.
Yeah.
They're all spiking the lens, being
nice.
Here I'm walking and looking at the lens, and here's another person coming in looking at the lens.
That's kind of what the violin dude had. Had a big I think it was a big go around shot of him fucking shredding out his shit.
Yeah.
And that old little
bow action.
Okay.
There was one person I had no idea but they all have very unique features when they do the Eurovision.
Was Lordy in there?
Who?
The metal band, Lordy. They
With
were
the
on
weird like
Eurovision.
tusks. Yeah, they were in
metal
it.
band with
They were
they
in
wore
it with
costumes and shit.
Yeah.
Awesome. 'Cause that's the only other band I know that was on Eurovision. Was
Okay.
fucking Lordy.
Lordy was on there, but they weren't part of this medley.
Yeah.
What is his name? Stevens, the guy that was in The Guest. Dan
Oh
Stevens.
yeah.
He played a Russian.
Guist.
The Guist, yeah. Sean, you'd love that movie.
The
What's it
Guist.
called?
It's called The
Guest.
Guest. It takes place on Halloween, so it's like prime for your love of that season. And it has to do with a guy that returns from war and just has a duke it out battle with a government agency.
Oh,
It's pretty fucking weird.
damn.
Wait, that was the one with the under the counter guest cottage cheese, right?
Yes.
Under the sink.
That has nothing to do with it, Sean.
No, yeah, that has nothing to do with it. That was just a joke we came up with. In the
But
meantime.
yeah, the Guist is in the Eurovision. He plays a Russian singer, and he does like the song called, what is it called, like Lion Love, or my Lion Love for you,
Yeah.
or whatever. Very homoerotic, very against Russia's culture, and I
Yes.
think they're making a stance
yeah.
as far as like, I cannot go to
fuck you,
Russia.
Russia.
I cannot go to Russia because I am gay.
Yeah.
And the whole time he was coming off as like, he was like infatuated with Rachel McAdams' character,
Yeah.
but she like knew, like the whole time, like everybody
Yeah.
knew like he was doing a really
Bad job at.
hiding it
Yeah.
with the dance routine and everything, and like climbing on top of guys and stuff during his song. So she's like, I don't think you want to be with me or whatever. And he's like, well, of course I do. You're a very sexy woman. She's like, I don't believe it. Like, no. And there's this other person from India that seemed like they were either a woman transitioning to a man or a man that was transitioning to a woman.
Yeah.
Full awesome beard, but like
Yeah.
really elegant, thin dress.
Yeah.
And just sang like a songstress from like an awesome opera.
Oh, nice.
And I was like, damn, they have some really interesting characters in this movie. But I was like, wait, no, I bet they're all just Eurovision stars. And I was like, that's it. This is the scene where they
Yeah.
introduced all these people.
Yep.
I was like, okay, I get it. These aren't just actors to make to look like it because they're all dubbed because of the song.
There's some.
I think it's all their normal singing voice.
There's a. Speaking of something similar to this, there's a. I think it was America's Got Talent, maybe.
That's how we do it.
Just start killing himself.
And this dude who came on, he comes out and he's got this like, he's got like a like a kind of like
He's
a
had to move an inch.
Errol Flynn type situation going on.
Okay.
Maybe just a mustache, but maybe the goatee too. And then, but he's got like elaborate like sparkly eye makeup and shit. And he's in one of those like kind of like shiny like frilly booty skirts that like say like a Beyonce or a Shakira might wear. That's very high up and kind of just on your butt area.
Okay.
And comes out and he's singing this pop song and shit. And like
I think this
and
guy's immortal.
he goes down on
You gotta
the
kill him with red. You can't kill
from
him
the
with green.
stage and climbs up on the desk,
Garuda rules.
the judge's desk. So there's Simon Cowell's right by the steps, so he's like, oh, because there's this there's this dude who's in the skin tight whatever, and he's dancing in front of him and shit. And then he comes back up on stage, and then there's a guitar on a stand. He goes over and just shreds out a solo real quick. What? Yeah, dude. I was like, what? It was pretty ridiculous.
Sounds awesome.
Yeah.
A little like frilly skirt and just
Yeah.
like,
Back on the under the sink gas cottage cheese. I think that was one of my like favorite creative moments of my year. Was it last year maybe, or 2 years ago when we did it? Last year.
last year maybe.
Um,
Last Halloween.
there's that. It's not that video itself, but there was like I think it was maybe some Snapchats or maybe just some videos
God damn
where I
it.
took of me like I was actually like going downstairs to get some cottage cheese to eat.
Oh, yeah,
so I was
you sent
hungry.
those.
Yeah, and I was just like, and
Put it in my
and then I got an idea and I was like, and so like I took a video of me like going to the fridge and opening the fridge and looking.
Cottage
There's
cheese.
nothing there. It's like, and then I shut the fridge.
You tapped into the guest cottage cheese?
And then the next one is me opening the sink or the cupboard below the sink, and I'm like, oh yeah, there we go. And I reach down and I pull out the fucking cottage cheese. And then the next one's me like opening it and taking a spoonful of it.
Oh god.
But that sudden burst of creative energy where I was like,
God, I just gotta do this.
I gotta do this.
You are dying so quick, Shaw.
I know.
Yeah,
I keep killing myself.
Under the sink cottage cheese for your guests.
Yeah,
It's for your guests.
for your guests only. You don't tap into it.
You tapped into it.
Your mom would get very mad at you.
Yeah.
But I had to, dude. I was out the conventional cottage cheese. I needed some fucking
You
cottage
could just
cheese.
say, Mom, I'm gonna be a guest for a bit.
I'm gonna be a guist.
I'm gonna be the guist.
I'm your longest term guest, mother. I deserve this guest cottage cheese.
I got too close.
Have you guys watched the movie Under the Silver Lake?
No.
Sean, have you?
I like just straight up don't watch shit.
Just,
Don't
yeah.
watch movies anymore.
Sean's got like a
I know. God damn it,
a
Sean.
revolving door of like
Games
TV
he's
show.
playing.
Well, games and then like TV shows that he plays while he's playing the video.
I know.
Yeah.
I want to watch a movie with Sean because I think he'd get into it because it has to do with conspiracy theories.
Nice. I did watch Jaws the other day
You did?
on its anniversary.
Did you know that today, 29th,
Yeah. The kid died.
Alex Kittner's
Yeah.
death day?
Hey, did you see Florida's closing the beaches on 4th of July?
Florida, you're doing God's work here.
Florida's
Jaws.
just the gift that
No
keeps
Josh
giving.
It's not Jaws. It's the Rona, but I mean,
Oh yeah.
basically the
imagine
same
how-
thing. You can't see it until it rears its ugly
Same
head.
same like 4-letter like
Rona.
Jaws poster. It
Yeah.
says Rona in red. And
Yep.
it's just like the virus like popping up out of the water.
Dude, I was watching it and I was getting tired and shit, and I was like, I gotta stay awake to the fucking Indianapolis speech, the USS Indianapolis speech. I
Yes.
gotta stay awake, gotta
You
stay
got it.
awake. And then it was like, tattoo I got removed. And I was like, oh! It's like, the USS Indianapolis. And I was like, ah!
And he's like, everybody's like,
You
they're
know the
smiling.
thing about the shark?
They're smiling, and then he's like, just Dreyfus is like,
Yeah.
look, he's like, you're on the Indianapolis,
Yeah.
and he's like, what's that?
Yeah.
Brody's like,
Huh?
What's that? He's like, they're GV.
Yeah. You know, thing about sharks. They got lifeless eyes. Black eyes, like a doll's eyes. Until they bite you and their eyes roll back white.
Which is what I heard was
And
kind
I was
of,
like, oh. Like if
that's
you just
only great whites, I heard. Because tiger sharks have like cat eyes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, if you-
but they all turn white because they got that.
They all turn white because they have that
nictitating
ocular.
membrane.
The membrane.
The
Yeah.
nictitating
Nictitating the nictitating Rembrandt.
The
Here's
dedicated
another
ram.
one for you. You know how moray eels have a second set of jaw, or just a lot? I think it's
The
just
jutting
morays.
jaw?
Yeah,
Jutting
Yeah.
jaw?
It's called a pharyngeal jaw.
I just talked about pharyngeal penetration. Did you hear me?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
Because Broad Show, you guys both kyled your monsters and your Mountain Dews.
Yeah.
And a form of choking, you have a little bit of laryngeal penetration. Other than aspiration, is where it goes down like your trachea instead of your esophagus.
Yep.
You can have laryngeal. you can,
Goose.
esophagus. Esophagus. You can have laryngeal penetration, and that has to do with your mouth.
Oh, dude. Second season of Doom Patrol started.
Oh yeah.
Yep. They dropped the first 3 episodes.
How about we talk about it in the next episode?
Sounds like a plan, my man.